Hello guys and gals, this is the third part, the conclusion to our massive Reddit stock arc that you couldn't imagine, I couldn't imagine, and the world couldn't imagine. Now ladies and gentlemen, as a third arc comes down, what do you think is the ending? What do you think is the finale to this situation? Well, ladies and gents, as this whole thing starts to fizzle out, and the once mania that was at a sky high is finally gone, you don't have to hear about it anymore after today, maybe, who knows? But what I do know is that there's supposed to be some serious shakeups in terms of who might be getting investigated, who might be getting arrested, and who might be getting diddled in the federal penitentiaries that seem to really scour after the buyers in this situation. Now, ladies and gents, let's get started again and continue off. Of course, WallstreetBets is the hive of this degeneracy, up the way to 7 million degenerates at this point. God bless. 500,000 people currently doing degenerate activities. That's all great and dandy to see. Now, to me, this is a Reddit board that I really like to see. It's a really cool Reddit board. They're meme-tacular. It's a Reddit board where if you take any financial advice from, you are the idiot, no one else. Because let's be honest here, okay, these people are not financial advisors, okay? Let's be goddamn real. Doesn't matter how many diamond hands you have. It doesn't matter how many paper hands you have. It doesn't matter what. You're a degenerate no matter what. If you're on this board, admit it, you're a gambler. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Now, since last time we covered it, there's been a lot of money raised by the actual buyers of this GameStop stock and BB stock and whatever. But WallstreetBets is shifting. It's turning into what is a much more coordinated hive mind, if you will. Now, these people have learned that in the last several days, one could find short positions, basically, a bunch of hedge funds effectively betting on the person to fail, and find out, hey, if we can find the next GameStop, we can repeat this whole story over and over and over again. And you know what? I actually don't see how they can. Unless the game has changed, unless the game has shifted. Now, that being said, there have been some good news. For instance, AMC, which was another stock that was being pumped, and I'll be honest with you, pumped, all right, is actually apparently been saved from bankruptcy by the Reddit stock market, where basically these people raised their stock price to like 300%, and it might have actually saved the company. So yeah, these are jobs, hardworking, like theaters, all right, AMC theaters, have you been to a theater in the last year? Probably not, okay, because they don't exist anymore, because the pandemic doesn't allow you to. This might have actually saved the jobs of those people that are out there making our popcorn and, stubbing our tickets. All right, this is quite honestly a pretty poggers moment indeed.
Now, in light of the media who sort of demonized WSB, some articles at least, I want to at least bring WSB out. I know this is a 4chan of like trading, the sort of lighter version of biz, and I know some of their terminology might be cancelable, but holy shit, guys. I mean, some of the people on here have been really nice. Some of them have been donating to like charities around the world. So there are some, round of applauses to be had for some of the actual new millionaires that have been sparking up in the world.
Now, the losses for every hedge fund involved here, if you amass it together, was around $70 billion, a little bit more than that. Now, if that seems like a large amount of money to you, it is $70 billion. Could you imagine what you do with $70 billion? I couldn't. I don't think most of the people here could, all right? After a certain amount of money, you realize, what the fuck am I doing at this point? Now, it's with this money that, let's be honest here, a lot of people who really were the losers in this situation were people who had, like, pensions. Like, how teachers have, like, pensions? They work their entire life and they get, like, money at the end of their, like, working term. And those people are actually the losers in this situation, amongst the hedge fund billionaires, because billionaires at this point just get bailed out of anything. All right, you could basically fuck up as hard as you want, and as long as you're behind any of these things, the government's just gonna bail you out. They'll print fucking money for you. They don't fucking care. All right, it doesn't matter what it does to the whole economy years down the road. They'll fucking do it. By the way, I'm not a financial expert, all right? Just understand, I'm a degenerate gambler on the internet. Now, with all of this said, all right, one thing to truly understand is how bad people are going to be fucked from this. And those people could be me, very well, and anybody else that might have bought this entire position. Now, it's no joke that WallstreetBets is getting actually investigated by the SEC. If you don't know what the SEC is, there's a Security and Exchange Commission. All right, it's one thing to get fingered by the FBI. It's one thing to get ass-fucked by the CIA. But when the SEC wants to fuck you in the ass, they're going to fuck you in the ass, no ifs, ands, or buts. It doesn't matter how poor you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. Once you're on their radar, they will fucking grind you to a goddamn halt. These people will send you to prison for no joke. See, in America, or anywhere else in the world rather, if you fuck up the market enough, these people will come down on you like a 6-star fucking wanted rating. In fact, it's going to be more clusterfucking than Cyberpunk 2077's wanted system. The SEC will just spawn right behind you and dick you in the asshole. That's pretty much how it comes down to, alright? I'm not even fucking memeing at this point. Now, when the SEC is coming down on you, I think it's going to be one of those cases where, like, everything in this situation, it's such a landmark fucking thing, you know what I mean? Like, everything is going to be a landmark. And this is going to be a landmark case, because now the SEC would have to prove that there's some form of intentional deception of the market, right? So basically everyone on WallstreetBets, or at least rather the ones that have made a lot of money, or the ones that have been really pumping this, or the ones that are the chief sort of post makers on the Reddit board, are going to be investigated. And the SEC is going to have to prove that these people were like actually deliberately manipulating a market to cause an actual pump and dump. Which, if we're going to be fucking honest with you over here, okay, this very much is a pump and dump. The only people that have made money in this situation are the ones that have ridden with the pump and have sold out and dumped their shares before the fucking price dropped, right? These are the only people that have made proper money in this situation. Everyone else who's been holding the bag up till now has basically been sitting on loss after loss after loss by the hour. Now, the whole goal with the WallstreetBets, and this is why this whole fucking case doesn't make any sense, is because these people actually want to hold for no hands. Remember the whole term diamond hands? These people are going to hold till the end of the fucking earth, because there have been some crazy market analysis on the actual Reddit board that I've been reading where people say if you hold after a certain point, the price is going to go through the fucking roof. It's a waiting game at this point. It's literally a game of chicken between the hedge fund billionaires and the fucking Reddit investors. And what a goddamn chicken game that actually is.
I think if people want to know something much more real and damning about pumping and dumping, it's cryptocurrencies, which are, as far as I know, pretty unregulated as far as most pump and dump schemes go. If this was to happen to a stock, this would be a clear illegal action. But with Dogecoin, since this is an unregulated sort of market, and I was actually, partaking into this as much as millions of other people were. Now, people doubled their gains, but to understand what a pump and dump really is, a lot of people on the internet would tell you, yeah, I'm buying into Dogecoin, and as more people buy in, as you can see by volume gained, the price increases to the point where it's 7 cents, right? Like actual 7 cents US. So it jumped from like not even a cent to 7 actual cents. And then, of course, when people started dumping off, coins, it immediately started hitting this dip of 3 cents, and then it spiked up a little bit to 5, and now it's on a downward trend ever since. So that's clearly what a pump and dump is, but this is just legal as far as most things are considered. I have no doubt after this that this kind of regulation is going to kick in, and this kind of stuff needs to be sort of ironed out, because yes, pump and dumps do definitely take advantage of the average person who doesn't have a lot of money. The people with actual volume in this are making a lot of money. That's the grim reality of these pump and dumps.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't have much more to add into the situation. I just want to make this video to sort of condense the situation down, give it a conclusion, and really, if I get investigated or anybody else gets investigated or WallstreetBets guys get investigated, well, it's been a good goddamn fucking run, ladies and gentlemen. But what I have learned is there is some such thing as class warfare, and there is such a thing as us losing the fuck. There is a moment in history that we all can say we won against the fucking Wall Street motherfuckers like crazy. There is a day we can all say we exposed a level of systemic corruption on the Wall Street board. For all of us who have been retail investors, or as I like to call it, degenerate gamblers, we were basically eating the fucking pie crumbs from this overall pie piece. We're still eating the pie crumbs. This time we just have a little bit of apple, this time we have a little bit of the apple filling on it, so it's a little sweeter crumb than usual, but it's still motherfucking pie crumbs. We could still be eating the crumbs and get shit on like flies by the SEC. And it'd be interesting to see how this goes forward, because as you can see, when billions of dollars have been lost, the market's not going to take that shit very lightly, okay? They're not going to take it lightly. And it actually proves how wild and weird the stock market really is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.